All right, what's up, cowboys and cowgirls? Welcome to the much anticipated, super freaking long overdue final session of our short Deadlands adventure entitled The Horse Behind Me. And let me tell you, we've been horsing around. Now that that joke's out of the way, we're gonna go around the table, have everyone introduce themselves, tell us who the fuck they're playing, and then, remind us of, like, what their favorite food is. We're gonna have a little fun with this one today. We're gonna have a little fun. Like, what's your favorite food? What's your favorite food and your character's favorite food? I'd like to know. We're gonna start with Atomic. Atomic, how the hell are you? And who the fuck are you playing? And answer the questions or whatever.
Hey everybody, I'm Atomic. I'm playing Matthias Ackerson, our Texas Ranger that's far away from home.
Yeah.
And my favorite food is fish and chips because I am not culinarily complex. Good fish and chips, like old fashioned. I'm good.
Have you ever had like bad fish and chips?
Yes.
It's horrible.
Which you would think
Feeling.
living in Florida, you would think that with all the fish places that everyone could do good basic fish and chips. So I have a local Irish pub.
Beer battered fish with
I
fries.
have a local Irish pub I go to that's their house specialty, which it has to be by law. I'm sure if you're an Irish pub and you do bad fish and chips, you have to burn the place to the ground. I think that's just the rules. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it's like fish the size of the plate, it's fantastic.
Amazing.
But I'm not a complicated man.
Good man. All right, and then I'm just gonna assume that your characters is the same food, and that's what we're gonna do moving forward. Blau, how are you? And who are you playing? Who are you, sir? Talk to me.
Hi everybody, I'm Blau. I'm playing Roy Marshall, the fearless cowboy. Is probably going to die here due to that fearless. Also, he can't quit, which Zeb might be aware of. And my favorite food is probably a good steak. Like I really like a good steak, not A5 Wagyu, but a good steak.
Oh my god, that A5 Wagyu that we fucking had, it was. Oh my god, it was like too much.
I watched the video on A5 Wagyu. Apparently, up to 56% fat.
Is too much, man.
Like,
I was sick
intermuscular marbling.
I was literally sick afterwards. It's terrible.
Anyways, but yeah, no, a good steak. I probably couldn't eat one every day if I wanted to, but don't need to be able to eat your favorite food every day.
I'm gonna throw it out there. That sounds like quitter talk, and I'm disappointed in you. But moving on, someone else that I'm never disappointed in because he's a man of the hour. Professor X, how the hell are you? Talk to me.
Hi, I'm Professor X. I'm playing Santiago Ferron, the Punch Priest. And my favorite food, probably for some reason, I'm going back into my childhood. I always liked a good cinnamon toast. Yeah, a little bit of butter, some cinnamon on there. Just real simple.
Okay.
Very nice.
What about like cinnamon French toast?
I'll take that too. Sure.
Right? Like the right amount of syrup. I prefer French toast over waffles and pancakes. Like straight up any day of the week. Like, you can quote me. All right.
Related real quick, I went to my fiance's sister's to meet her, and they had a French toast casserole that was actually
interesting.
Really, really good.
Okay.
I was skeptical, but it slapped pretty hard.
Slapped? You know what's a great way to describe food? That's food slapped. Anyway, speaking of people that slap fish, because they've been doing a lot of that, Zeb, how are you? And who are you playing? Talk to me, baby bird.
Zeb is good. Oh wait, I'm Zeb.
Shut up.
I'm playing our ex out. You are so mean to me.
I am so mean.
Who's introducing themselves right now?
I'm playing our ex outlaw Harper Briscoe. And oh god, I'm going down. I'm gonna fall behind Hex. I went down into my childhood. I'm gonna say tater tot casserole.
Ooh.
Growing up as a kid. Oh god.
Such a hillbilly.
Like
Poor kids unite. Poor kids unite. Poor kids unite.
I love it. I absolutely love it. All right. Speaking of that, I'm Darewolf. I play everyone else, all the NPCs, and the bad guys, and the good guys. And my favorite food is eggs and noodles. So my grandmother, when I was growing up, would take scrambled eggs, mix them with like the little like shell noodles, and like a little salt, a little pepper, and some cheese, and it was like delicious. And I don't know how. I've tried to recreate the way she did it. I don't know if she was putting like, I don't know, crack cocaine in it or something, like meth. It was just delicious. And I'm like, I'll have it. And it's good, but it's not my grandma's. I don't know
the same,
what it was. Yeah. I don't know. So it's a secret or something. It just doesn't work. There you go.
There's just a magic touch that your grandmother always has with the dishes. I'm in the same spot with some stuff where it's like, it's just not the same. And I'm just like, maybe.
Yeah.
But
It's all good. All right. Speaking of all good, we last left off our intrepid adventurers. You guys had, well, done some crazy stuff. You had a crazy gunfight in the middle of a town that was completely deserted of people, as though people had just dropped the things that they're holding on to. You killed the other bandit ladies? Well, one of them ran off, but the rest of them, there was some, that first opening salvo blow, where you just, like,
Hunt
just
Showdown.
W keyed warriored that, just shot her through the window. That was some straight out of some Hunt Showdown shit. It was absolutely fantastic. That's a game I haven't touched in months, and by months I mean weeks, but it feels like months. It's good stuff. But you guys continued on. You continued on down the proverbial path, as it were. You continued on and on and on, eventually arriving at really the final location of our short adventure here. The massive, sprung up out of nowhere, seemed to be a little mining community. A little mining community at the site of an old battle called Bitter Creek. Bitter Creek. As you had crested the hill and then begun to descend down in the proverbial valley where all these people were walking around almost like, I mean, they weren't zombies. They might be zombies. We're not sure yet. We haven't gotten close enough. But in the middle of that crowd, carrying just a bit of stone with his bare hands, stumbling along, was an old-looking man. An old-looking man that, when you glanced at him, he looked a little bit like perhaps Leela Curtis's father. And she had shouted out, "Papa, Father, oh my God, there he is. What's going on?" And looked as if she was about to stir her horse on and propel it forward down this valley into this this tiny little mining community. We're going to open our scene right there as she goes to stir her horse. Good gentlemen.
She's going to try and spur her horse. Roy's going to try and snatch her reins.
I love that. You want to say you do that? I ain't going to stop you.
Sure. I didn't, though.
You failed. So you go to snatch her reins, which, yeah, the dice have a story to tell, and the story is this lady's going to die. But as you go to snatch her reins, it's four that we need, right? I haven't played the system.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. 4 you need.
It's been like a month. But, yeah, so
the good news
Harper,
is she is at the back of the group.
Harper goes to snatch her reins, and Harper, you are able to snatch her reins right up. As she goes to take off, Harper, you stop her horse. The horse stirs. The horse gets upset, does that thing horses do where it shakes its mane and lets out a breath of hot air. She looks and she says, "But he's right there. Mr. Harper, he's right there. I can see him. We just got to grab him, and then we go. And to hell with everything that's happening here."
Don't you see all the others?
If there's something that's got him, it's got all them other folk. We got to be smart. Miss Curtis, if we're going to do anything, we have got to be smart about this.
Roy's going to go ahead and slide out of his saddle and get his pair of rifles and move on to the cliff face. Drop down flat.
Yeah, and you were looking down, remember, down into this valley, as it were. And I'll give the folks at home a little bit of an overview. It's a huge, looks like this community's kind of been built up. There's obviously some mining things, and what you're going to be seeing that you don't see on the map, though, are just lines of people, probably well over 200 people, marching from this cave entrance, which is all the way at the back. So all the way up the back, at the back left-hand side of the map, that on the top of the left-hand side, that is a cave mouth entrance. And as you move around, Roy, you actually get up on that cliff face. You get a good bird's eye view of everything that is transpiring down in this valley. And where are you looking specifically? And I'll provide you with information to describe where you are glancing to.
You would be looking down at like the little mining entrance where they're all coming into and out of, trying to get the most flow of people that he can get in his sights.
You see cowboys, farmers, courtesans, barkeeps, regular folk, fancy folk, poor folk, drunk folk, sober folk, you see all sorts of people. One individual person stands out among them all. The person wears a wide, flat cowboy hat, and you can only see the collar and their right gloved hand that is resting on a beautiful pearl handle of probably one of the nicest looking firearms that you've ever seen, and it just kind of glistens in the sunlight. A couple things seem odd about this individual. The way that they are standing, there's something like almost unnatural about their position. And as you look at them, Roy, you feel all the hair on the back of your neck stand up. And you just got that something ain't right. You know the one. We've all been there.
He grimaces at that and, goes back over to the party and says, I'm going to get up on the north side of that cliff face and keep you guys covered. Whatever you do, if the shooting starts, I've got you.
Well, that's you at least planned out.
So he's going to start making his way to the north side of the cliff face. If you need to make any rolls, let me know. I assume he can just circle around, go ahead, far enough that he doesn't need to make stealth checks. He just goes wide
you're totally
enough.
Fine. You're super wide. None of the people on there seem like they're really watching you. Yeah.
Go ahead, Santiago's gonna stop Roy before he, heads on up, and says, "Senor, if I could see your rifle for a moment."
But of course, offer him the sharps.
He'll take the sharps, and he will retrieve a small, the kind of sort of short, relatively thin bottle that you would keep.
Laudanum in?
Yeah, laudanum. Yeah,
anointing oil sort of thing.
Something like that. About yay big.
A medicine bottle.
He will get some on his fingertips, and then he'll do the sign of the cross, and then trace across the barrel of the sharps, and he will cast Smite on it.
Ooh. Love it. Love it. I love it. I love it.
Do you still have my rifle, by the way, or did we pick up a second rifle from the other rifle?
I thought we picked up rifles and we're going to bring them back.
Rifle. Okay,
was the deal I made with the Padre.
Oh boy.
Perfect. And he's also going to take his other Winchester 73 with him because he would like a second weapon. In fact, he'll bring his whole, tombstone bundle of guns to his camp out position up north.
I love it.
So, I'd like to spend just a few more power points and affect everybody's guns here. So that's 2 for Roy, and then 3, 4, and then 5 for myself. So 5 power points. Yeah, so I'll do that methodically over, one of everyone's weapons, their sort of primary weapon.
Love it. Love it. I love it. And as you guys are all anointing weapons, what you didn't notice was that a certain Mina, your Native American tracker, had moved also onto the ridge and had taken a similar, not as big as your rifle, Roy, but she has a rifle with a scope on it that she must have been hiding away. She takes up a similar position to offer cover fire to the rest of everyone. Now, as all of this has been going on, this circle of individuals, like this constant line of just, we're running out, we're dumping rock, we're going back in, we're dumping rock, we're going back in, has moved along enough where a certain young lady's father has moved away, and over, closer and closer, to this certain wide, black-hatted individual. This uneasiness as you look at him. As he gets close, and Roy, you are seeing this. You maybe are tracking where he's going. It seems to make sense. That's the man you came for, right? Makes sense. As he gets close, the man with this black hat, the black gloves, the hand resting on the beautiful pearl handle of this firearm, reaches out and grabs Mr. Curtis's shoulder. Mr. Curtis freezes in place. And as the man's face turns towards him, you see not flesh and bone, Roy, but a skeletal face that is shrouded in dark, wispy shadow. He seems to exchange a couple of brief words with the man next to him, Curtis. Mr. Curtis looks up to him, and you watch as the back of Mr. Curtis's hair, which he has some white hair, kind of one of those like bald spots on top. You see that hair start to fall out, and you see his skin start to get gray and mottled. The skeletal man with the black glove and the black hat pats him on the shoulder, pushes him along. See a couple more people go by and he does it again. It just kind of happens. It's project, whatever they're digging for. Continues on. Now, we have a couple of folks back. The entrance to this valley. Among the people gathered around, there are a couple that seem to be barking orders. What you notice about these individuals is that they seem to be, well, what did the medicine man tell you? You walk the path of the dead? Is that correct? Something along those lines? You see a couple of undead-looking sorts, skin hanging off, bits of muscle and bone. They all look like undead cowboys. But here's how we're going to play this out. This is going to take place over the course 3 battles. Moving into the village, mining community, moving through the mining community, and getting to the mine. Now, Roy, because of where you have positioned yourself, you may offer cover fire and overwatch for each of those fights. Makes sense, right? That's what you did. Mina will be doing the same. For the 3 of you that remain, plus Mrs. Curtis, I suppose your job is to get to Mr. Curtis and get him out of there. What's the battle plan, gentlemen? Stealth and sleuthing is available if you choose to try to bypass these fights. Totally fine with it.
Where are the rocks being dumped?
That's a great question. The rocks are being dumped here and here.
So could I see like this pathway right here from where we are? Like,
yes,
obviously.
You can.
I mean, Harper's gonna say, why don't we just kind of shimmy right between all them houses right there, get around these bastards?
There you go.
Way ahead of me.
Gonna loop around, grab Mr. Curtis and hightail it for high country.
You guys are thinking of just trying the sleuthy route?
Yep.
Harper's loading a gun. He is open to any options right now.
Curtis seems to want to charge in and rescue her father, but she also doesn't get an opinion. Because, Curtis.
Thing you'd like to add, Father?
It is very likely that when we begin moving, it would be vital that we continue moving at all costs. If we stop and we are pinned against a rock wall or are surrounded by these workers, we will not live to tell anyone else of the dangers we saw here.
Too. So even if we're sneaking, you're saying we're going to have to move hard.
Hard and fast.
Word. One of us can also ride by, make a commotion, try to loop back up with the others, try to draw them away. Give us a little bit more room to work around.
Do we have any explosives on the party?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Let me have a look at what I have in Winston's bag.
Wolf, can I make a occult check to see if I get a sense that
Do not.
destroying the man in black, Johnny Cash himself, will disrupt the control of the other workers, of his subordinates? Is that something that I could sort of suss out?
I would love for you to make a check.
Okay.
Want to reroll?
I've only got one Benny left.
Can I spot him a Benny?
Sure, I'll allow it.
You want to re-roll that? I can spot you.
Cool. I will do that then.
Oh.
Yep. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. I see how it is.
Success and raise.
You are compelled in this moment, Santiago, as you look towards this man in black through down into the valley. And you are compelled to say the following that I'm posting in our Discord general. I'd love to hear you say it in your beautiful, beautiful, beautiful voice. Make it weird.
So I guess Santiago will lock eyes with the figure and say, just audibly enough for his compatriots to hear him. And I looked and beheld a pale horse. And his name that sat upon him was Death. And hell followed with him, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth, to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and the beasts of the earth.
That happens, you can all hear this audible heartbeat. Like the valley itself, like it's echoing out from the cave mouth. And there is howling wolves that follows it. And each of you starts to feel a bit peckish. Would you like to proceed?
I'm going to
try and stealth our way up along the thing, yeah.
I'm going to spur my horse and ride into the town towards the man in black.
I love it.
So somebody wanted a distraction.
The three of you are planning to do it. Fucking Santiago spurs his horse in. All right? You move in. Where are you moving your character? Talk to me. Talk to me about where you're moving your character.
So the idea is to... So I'm going to rush in on horseback, right, through past this first pile of rocks here.
Okay.
Love it. The idea is to go by this area here next to these 4 disembodied G's.
Yes.
Loop around the left, around this side.
So you're like trying to draw everyone away.
Yes. I'm trying to draw them away and towards the man in black so that, they have a chance to move through unharried. And also to, challenge this asshole.
Yeah, seeing that he started riding up, Roy's gonna take aim at the man in black.
I absolutely love it so very much. So I think we're just gonna let this happen because it feels cinematically wonderful. We watch as Santiago, without missing a beat, as soon as he finishes his sentence, he spurs his horse forward, galloping in. He breaks through a crowd, a line of these workers. Maybe like because he was coming down on an angle, he's able to jump his horse over it. He zips to the right through these buildings, these ghoulish-looking guards. You watch as they attempt to turn and follow him, but he's too quick. He moves down this path, rushing forward. Perhaps you stop for a moment, like try to urge these guys on as well. That seems to make sense, right?
Mhm.
Continue on running, 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 and he runs with his horse. As he rounds the corner, he comes, and you come nearly face to face with this undead black swirling around his face, this weird shadows on his face. And he's now on horseback. He turns. His horse is not pale, brown. Turns and he looks up, and you see it is like looking through a pair of binoculars that have had a thin layer of black paint placed on them. You can see some kind of light behind it. It's mostly black, shadowy.
To what do I owe this pleasure, Andre?
Go fuck yourself. No. No. You must understand, as a creature under God's scope, that we all have our parts to play. Mine is to be here now in front of you to prevent you from ever feeling a single dose of pleasure ever again. And for you to return to the black, pitch-infested hole that you crawled out of.
There is silence as wind whips through the valley. Dust. The only sound is the wind. No other communication as Santiago gives this compelling speak. Undead. What are Matthias and Harper doing?
I mean, as soon as he takes off, Matthias like, well, shit. It just grabs Harper and just puts him like, let's fucking go.
Yep, Harper is sitting there lighting his last cigarette and just looks over at Miss Curtis and just goes, "Come hell or high water," and just takes off on horseback.
All right, I love that. Absolutely bloody friggin' love that. Professor X, I have a question for you as a player. Are you ready to commit to the bit?
Depends on what the bit is, I suppose. I'm not clear about which bit we're talking about.
The drill bit.
Bimetal.
And it's a pearl-handled gun. Because the man in black draws his firearm, points it directly at you.
As soon as he starts drawing.
I love it.
Gun only a pimp in a Louisiana whorehouse carries.
Now, anyone that's ever played Deadlands, if you know who this is, don't spoil it for the party. All right? Don't spoil it for the party. Because this certain creature has 2 stats. And we're going to see what happens. So it's going to be a great time. All right, we're going to go out with a bang here. Now, the good news is that Leela's father, has actually moved his way down the way. And we're going to go ahead and we're actually going to put him dead kind of center as gunfire is about to break out. You all know that gunfire is about to break out. He's also huge, by the way. No, I'm just kidding. All right.
Absolute legend of a man.
Deadheader. This is him right there. He's a good man. All right. And I'm going to get a little combat music going. Because we're about to bake into some combat. So, I'm going to give you guys a chance to position yourself anywhere in... I want you to think of the map. This big-ass fucking map. I want you to think of this as having 3 quadrants. All right? First quadrant is on this side. This side of this big building. Second quadrant is in the middle here. And third quadrant's over here. You can put yourselves anywhere within that first quadrant, as you guys had some time to try and catch up to him, but the ghouls were in your way and were kind of bogging you down. All right? So
I'm
anywhere in that
compelled
first
to
quadrant,
ask where the 4th quadrant is.
there's 3 quadrants.
Okay.
Yeah. You're in the 3rd quadrant. Does that make sense?
It's not how quadrants work, but okay.
Oh, sectors. There it is. Sectors without number. I know. I'm a little, you know what? Fuck you guys. All right, just trying to have some fun here. Just always bring me down. You know what? Good night, everybody.
It's not about fun. It's about mathematical accuracy.
When Wolf has met his sassy equal.
I thought we were playing fucking. I didn't think we were playing Traveler.
Well, I mean, here we are. I've been pretty sassy lately, and now I'm getting sassed back.
I didn't die during character creation, so we couldn't have been playing Traveler.
I didn't.
Correct.
I don't win. I can't win.
Zeb, since you're the first one on horseback, I'm gonna let you lead us in. Because wherever you go, Matthias is gonna back you up. So I'm gonna leave it because you took off first.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna put Leela right here because she's going straight for her father.
Oh God! Damn it! Hey, Wolf.
Yeah.
It's weird. I think I need to reload roll 20. I can't move my token.
Oh, is that weird? Why? Did you break it?
Weird.
What's your character's name again? Is it Harper?
I have duplicated.
Is it working? I fix it.
Hey, look at that!
Is it working?
I said to reload. That's crazy.
Yeah. Working now?
Fuck. Well,
Yeah.
Harper's gonna have Harper, unfortunately.
Papa, I'm coming for you. Just
Yeah.
hold on.
Fuck. Harper is a gentleman, so he's gonna see
You
Miss
fuckers-
Curtis not listen whatsoever, and
You
he's
fuckers are gonna die.
yeah.
Probably.
Matthias isn't so much a gentleman. He's like, oh, this dumbass is still got to pay us. He's just gonna take off.
Yep.
There it is. There
So he'll be slightly behind. So we'll say he's about
Yep.
yeah.
Right meow.
Yeah.
Right meow. That's right, sir.
no.
Yes, sir. Right
I
meow.
knew that.
Right meow.
I knew
yes,
taking
all
that was
right,
gonna bite me in the ass.
I love that journey for you both, and I'm excited. All right, so we're gonna draw cards. I'm gonna be, these ghouls are going to be going on the same together. They're gonna be acting as like squads. So they'll just be shooting like one time and kind of attacking people and what have you. So I'm gonna start drawing cards for everybody. All right, we got these guys over here. We got Hila.
So what all can I do with a Benny again? Is it just a reroll?
Reroll.
Okay.
Yeah, rerolls.
You got plenty of options.
Yeah.
You can reroll attacks and traits. You can reroll damage.
Yep.
You can soak damage. You can cure the shaken condition.
Yep.
You can redraw an action card for the initiative if you don't like your initiative card. And you can regain 5 power points if you're magically inclined.
Like a
By
certain
Phoebe.
Santiago. Like it. Good. Alright. We got everybody in there. Alright, did everybody draw their cards?
Yes.
Alright, good stuff. Alright, we're starting with
Fucker.
any aces. Kings.
Leela's got a king of diamonds.
Yeah, anybody else got kings? Alright, Leela Curtis, since she is going to go first, is going to go ahead, take off, urging her horse forward, and will spend her entire round trying to pick her now decrepit and mostly dead-looking father up onto her horse. That is her go. All right, any queens?
Yes.
All right. Talk to me.
And this is just a group right in front of me here.
That is part of a larger group. I will mark them with blue dots to represent blue ghoul group.
I'll say
Like the blue man group.
The blue men?
The blue ghoul group.
The blue group. The glurple.
I'm just gonna start shooting. I guess.
It's like the Beetlejuice equivalent.
Yeah, it's good. I love it.
So started blasting.
So how's the 13 to hit?
Yeah, I mean that'll do it. Wild Die loves you, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, and we're gonna go with damage.
You
Yola.
get +2 because
Plus
it's
2 raises.
Yep.
And
plus
and,
2.
and 2 from the smite.
That's pretty fucking good.
So that'd be 10 damage.
10 damage. So you blast that ghoul. As you blast that ghoul, you actually blast one of the ghouls down. It's just like, death is come for ya. And you're just like, boom, death is. The ghoul falls over. And it just erupts, explodes. You know, he seems to like turn to like ash almost. It's kind of weird. Like really like
You get Thanos
like
snap.
the Doom guy. The Doom guy killing people. That's kind of what it's like when the monsters, like the demons, like disappear. Yeah.
Ammo just pops out of his dead body.
Yeah, ammo pops out. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, hey, some bullets. It's good.
Well,
Yeah.
gas.
All right, King Queen Jacks. Any Jacks on the table? Jacks. Tens.
You get a
Tens.
10 of hearts on your ghoul group. On
Yes.
sector 1.
10 of hearts. So we got 2 10s. Mina also has a 10. Oh, Mina. Let's see here. So it goes spades and then hearts. She has spades. So she gets to go first. Mina will go first. Mina's going to shoot at the ghoul group that's near you guys. That seems to be a logical thing for Ms. Mina to do. Let me go ahead and get her a shootings here really quick. Mina, you can do it. It says double barrel shotgun, but it's not. Nope. She misses. She takes a shot, and you just see it like hit the side of the building, and you hear her Roy curse in a Native American tongue, and reload her rifle. It's a single shot rifle, kind of like a Sparks. So there you go. Good stuff. Now the other ghoul group is going to move in, and this ghoul group's got some shootings. And well, there is a man, there is a Matthias, and they're gonna shoot, and they just shoot once, but they get a free reroll because they're all kind of like shooting at you, like
They have a captain in the group, so they get a free reroll on their to hit roll.
Exactly, that's correct. You got it, brother.
I'm glad somebody gets the Warhammer references.
I mean, I love Warhammer. It's fantastic. All right, so they're gonna give you some shootings.
Okay.
We'll see what happens. Ooh, 8. 8 is a hit.
Yeah.
They hit you. We're gonna
Yeah,
roll
indeed.
damage. Ooh!
Oh.
Oh!
Why is it doing strength plus 2?
Yeah,
Oh!
why is it strength?
Oh! Because they are ghouls, and that is how I set it up, because it is a volley of damage at you. So it is like, they are literally like, imagine an entire team in Hunt, all of them have fanning, they burst through the door and all unload. That is what's happening.
God damn.
Yeah, it's not good.
So I have mini bennies, so I would like
It'll
to
teach you to be a
soak.
hero.
I'm just following the other two. So remind me, I choose to soak.
Yes.
Spend a Benny and click
Spend a
soak.
benny, and then click soak. Where is soak? Where you do?
That'll
be?
reduce the amount of damage
Oh,
by your
yes.
soak die, whatever you roll. Pretty good. 6 damage less. Pretty good.
6 less. So okay. So and I have an armor of or a toughness of 8.
So you have
So-
1 success based on that roll, which should remove 1 wound
Okay.
that you would be getting from.
Take damage.
Because it's by every 5 you surpass their toughness by, right? It's been like a month, sorry.
Yeah.
It feels right.
Depends on the success.
It's the number of success, like number of raises they get.
Yes,
remember.
raises over success. Yeah,
Yeah.
the target
So
takes as
damage.
many wounds as raises.
Yeah. Already shaken. If they already, they're always shaken first though.
Yes,
And then
when
once
they're
you're
hit,
shaken,
they're shaken.
Yeah. And then raise. The target takes as many wounds as raises. So he doesn't have any raises on you. He just got past your toughness, is what I'm hearing from you, right?
Yeah, I've got toughness at 8.
All right, so you're shaken now. This is the condition you have. All right, perfect.
So
So that was their turn. All right, so
click the shaking
10,
button.
9, any 9s, 8s, 7, 6.
I mean, the man in black was 8.
8, man in black. Good shit. All right, so we zip over to the man in black. Man in black looks at Santiago.
Have you made peace with the god? Speak for, priest.
I'm not at war with my god.
And neither am I. Carry out his judgment on this earth.
And he draws his pearl pistol and goes to shoot at you.
So does this count as a quick draw because we're aiming down at each other, or?
Yes. You
Excellent.
can
How
shoot
does quick draws
first,
work?
Roy. I'll let you shoot first because you had a ready to action anyway.
Right.
I just wanted to let the action play. But you're absolutely
Yeah,
welcome
sure.
to shoot first.
Good
man. 6. It's a hit.
It's a hit. Okay, rolling damage. Add 2 to this.
Okay.
15 damage.
Yeah. You watch as the bullet goes directly through his coat, seems to blow out the back, and he doesn't flinch.
Oh.
Doesn't move.
Huh.
Still holding his gun.
Should have aimed for the gun.
Probably should have.
He's gonna try and shoot Santiago. We'll see how this works out for you, buddy. I, for one, think you're gonna be fine. I really do. You seem like you have very good luck, and
Don't say that.
I think you're really unbeatable, truly. Shut the fuck up, Wolf. Shut the fuck up. All right, here we go. All right, 7. I believe that is a hit.
What were you saying?
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. So sorry.
So my toughness is 5.
I don't know. I should shut the fuck up. 29 damage.
Well, you didn't get the raise, so
Oh, it's right.
on the success, so
Sorry,
just
you're right.
19.
You're right. It's just 19. You're right.
Only 19.
I don't want to die yet.
Right.
So what? That's shaken, and then
Wound, right?
let's see, 5, 10, 15. Am I doing that right?
It's every 5 over.
Every 5
Yeah, it's every
over,
5
so
over,
it'd
and
be
I have
10,
5 toughness, so
15.
It would just be 10 and 15, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
so shaken and 2 wounds.
Shaken and a wound, right? 'Cause
Okay.
it'd be-
Taking 2.
Yeah. Let me spend a Benny.
Okay.
And I will try to soak.
I love it. Successful.
So -1 wound.
Very good.
So I'm just shaken, right?
Shake it. That's fantastic. So it like thumps into you, but it hits, I don't know, the Bible you carry in your pocket. So it hurts really bad. Your Bible's kind of ruined, but you're alive. You're just very shaken, which is good.
Got these from the Gideons themselves.
8. So then we got 7, 6, 5. 5. Mr. Curtis looks up. You guys can't hear, but he seems to be saying something. Leela seems to be incredibly upset with whatever he's saying. And you hear her shout, "Father, I don't care what kind of work you think you got here. Get on the bloody horse!" She, like, grabs him, like, just strong arms him up, like, it's, like, drenched and draped over her horse, and, like, turns and starts to try and gallop away. But that's his turn, getting on the horse, and her, like, figuring out. All right, now we got 4, 3, which is Santiago. Talk to me.
Well, first of all, I got to unshake if I want to do anything. So let's make that happen. Good. Okay. All right. So let's see here. About how far away am I from the man in black?
You are just not that far away, like 20 feet.
Unshake, you just click the button again, right? Oh, it's just,
Oh, no,
never
there's
mind,
a
I see it.
separate button. Yeah.
I see it, yeah. I saw it as soon as I opened my stupid mouth.
Now you know better.
Yeah.
I think after that, I'm going to slap the reins, charge forward with the horse, and you know what? I'm going to attempt to tackle the man in black off of his horse.
Let's go! I love it. Sounds like a brawling, if you ask me.
I'd love to.
He is the punch priest.
Love it.
In this case, I will use fighting.
All right.
Okay. Da. So that's a 5.
Okay. And if I remember correctly, melee is strength
Opponent's
plus
parry.
weapon is weapon damage. Okay, so it's just attacks, fighting opponent's parry. So he gets to roll a parry check.
This parry should be like a static number, shouldn't it?
Parry is a 5. Nope, sorry. Parry is a 5. Parry is a 5. So that means it's meter beat, or is he have to beat?
I have to succeed, and success is meter beat, right? So
perfect. Then you succeed. You just got there.
Very good. Yeah. So I just want to ride up, jump off my horse.
Yeah.
Tackle the man in black and try to basically pin him to the ground, right?
So we watch as Santiago stirs his horse. He just throws himself onto the man in black, right? Knocking you both from your horses as you tumble down into the dirt. This horse freaks out. Your horse freaks out. And I'm not going to have you roll damage because it doesn't matter. And for those that know, which is fine. And you've tackled the man in black. You've tackled death to the ground. You're wrestling with death.
That sounds right.
Cool. How do you want to land? Like on top of him? Like
That's the idea. Yeah.
Love it.
People's elbow.
Yeah.
People's elbow.
Yeah. It's Santiago with the Padre smash. Let's go. Just fucking
power bomb him off that horse.
The Padre pummel.
Santiago with the Book of Gideon.
Oh my god, he's broken in half.
He's using a steel chair even though it hasn't been invented yet.
The humanity. You are wrestling with death. That is a tough thing a lot of people go through.
Yeah.
I think that's everybody.
I have a fucking 2. I'm pretty sure I'm the last one to go.
Oh yeah, I really wanted to make this part of the game a metaphor for terminal illness.
Whether or not my ready to action ate my action,
Did you? Is that what you were going for?
It's
great job.
So Blau goes. It's Blau's turn.
Like I said, if I have a ready to action, if that ate my action, that's fine. Otherwise, I have a 3.
Yeah. You can go again. I'm fine with it.
All right, he's going
We're
to
playing
discard
fast
his.
and loose right now, guys. You know how it is.
All right, he's going to discard his big 50 and switch to the Winchester, and he's going to try and put a bullet into the Man in Black's gun. That's a -4. I have marksman, which gives me a +2 on making called shots.
Okay.
So I'm at -2 total.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw my.
Oh boy. Freak out.
That's an easy hit.
Oh!
That's an 8.
What?
With a raise.
What? What is happening? Legitimately, what is happening?
Oh!
What?
And I got the raise, so that gives me the bonus damage, right?
What?
Yep.
Is this real life? Is this actually
That's
happening?
14 damage to the
I
gut.
throw you fucking guys up against literal death himself.
We're gonna
And
hog him and bring him to
Blau
town.
comes out just with, hey, I'm a crack shot and can't miss anything.
Don't worry, Santiago has guns though. I have a lot more guns disabled than his.
You know what? Alright, so here's what happens. Santiago, you have just tackled death to the ground, right? And he takes the gun, and like as he tackles, he takes the gun. He's about to shove it under your chin and probably pull the trigger, and you just hear this kadoom, and you see the gun just explode and send just just pearl everywhere, metal gears. There's this tiny little explosion next to your face. You manage to roll from it, and death in his black glove. You see the black glove has been scorched, and it is just a skeletal hand with this sort of dark flame around it, like black flame, and he roars. He roars in anger and frustration, and that heartbeat sound from the cave continues to intensify. Thump, 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 thump. But all the workers drop what they're doing and start looking real confused. All right, like really confused. And they start going, how the hell did we get here? And oh my god, what the hell is that? And it's like a quick 5-6 seconds, and it's pure panic, and people are running. People are running. Ghouls getting knocked over. You guys have your horses are starting to get startled, and all of these 200 people are bolting. Even Mr. Curtis, who is slung over Leela Curtis's horse, is like, darling, we gotta get out of here. I'm an old-timey prospector. Run! And he's just like yelling, as it were. He just wants to get out, right? So, that was a good shot, Roy. I don't know what else to say. That was pretty impressive. So, good job. Matthias.
Yeah. Finally.
So sorry.
Just,
Right.
Hold on, shake. Succeed. So I am now no longer shaken. And that doesn't burn an action to do that, does it, Hex? Or is it just...
It's free.
It's free? Okay. Cool. Let's see. I'm gonna roll up next to my boy here.
Just soundbite. It's just someone. This is me going, Yola. Yola, bro. Come on.
And then I'm gonna shoot.
Shouldn't have smoked that pipe tobacco earlier, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that pipe tobacco.
So let's shoot at the blue group.
Oh!
Oh, fuck.
Oh, do they roll damage?
I was like, I think I'm gonna
that's a
kill them
damage.
here tonight. I literally, in my head, I was like, I'm gonna throw them up
Overroll.
against shit that's too hard, and I'm gonna kill them, and it's gonna be
Shoot, there it
funny.
is.
And you guys
Still,
are just
I mean, still a hit.
Still hit.
blowing it
Still
out of
hit.
the park. Blowing it out of the park.
I mean, I can reroll damage. You can keep that one.
I mean, I think you want to reroll that. That was kind of low damage.
No, it's the opposite. He did it in the wrong order. The top number is top
Oh!
section's damage.
Oh, yeah, that's much better. Oh, no, you should take that damage. That is fantastic.
Okay.
So,
actually +2,
you're wielding
so-
a Colt, right?
Yeah, single
I'd like
action
to
army.
imagine that you're like, kaboom, and then kaboom, and you take out 2 of the ghouls. Just drop them. Just
I
one
do
after another.
actually have a feat called double tap.
Yes! It's exactly what it is. You're like, kadoom, and then you realize, kadoom, like that one guy on YouTube who does like the Red Dead Redemption sound bites. He's so cool.
The quad shot.
He does the 3-shot, and then he does the quad shot, and it's just like,
Yeah.
and you're like, what?
That's a man right
That
there.
is a man's man. I love it. Love it to death. Fantastic. All right, I'm not embarrassed to say so. But yes, as we move on from here.
I think I was the last one.
You knock him down. All right, there's one left, right? And we're gonna go back. Go ahead, sir. Matthias. Yes.
I was gonna say, just because Matthias just yells to Harper, "Got him coming from behind us!"
I love that. Love that. I love that. I love that. Because you do have an entire group of bad guys coming towards you as well. All right, we're gonna redraw cards. Redraw cards. Let's start drawing. Ooh. Rules are going very low. That's good.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Oh! I drew a Joker. I drew a Joker for Leela and her father. That means at the end of this, she can go whenever she wants.
Leave. Just leave.
I did better than a 2, only
not
by
wrong.
1.
Not wrong.
I'm gonna click this just because I can't remember what I have to do for it.
That's okay.
So I can read it.
Good baby.
you just when you spend a Benny to redraw, you get 2 cards and you choose the better, I believe.
Oh my god.
I just want to double check.
Can't believe this.
Yeah,
So you
can normally get
all right.
one.
So when an ally draws a Joker, everyone gets a Benny. So everyone may draw a Benny, which is fantastic. And on top of that, when Leela takes her turn, she gets a +2. I'm gonna give that to whoever wants it as the game master. I'm just gonna give that out.
I
Okay.
think we should give it
the
to
father
the
put him in a
priest.
chokehold.
Because they give it to the priest.
Can you literally choke out death? Can that be a thing that happens? Like,
I mean, if you want.
like just fucking take a holy, like a fucking cross, just shove it in his face, and be like, nah.
He's using the rosary as a
Uses
girl.
the rosary
I
and
was
is like,
gonna
nah.
Fucking Hitman just.
I don't understand what's happening right now, but I'm loving
If it was
it.
Hitman, I'd be dressed as like a cartoon
right.
duck or something.
I'm
dressed
gonna
as
go
a
with.
clown.
I'm gonna start with aces, kings, queens.
Father
I'll
just
get a
throws an
queen.
explosive
All
dart.
right, yes, queen. Go ahead.
I'm hoping I'm going to slay.
Slay.
Right. Okay. So I'm
so
on.
much fun.
So I'm on top of death. What I'd like to do.
You're struggling with it.
So I have a sawed-off double-barrel shotgun.
You do, yes.
I would like to jam that thing into Death's mouth hole,
Okay.
and then I would like to pull the little. I think I call it a trigger.
Okay.
I'd like to pull that,
What's that look like?
and
You get 2
Like a little dongle?
triggers.
yeah, the little dongles at the bottom that
Yeah.
make pain come out.
The boom boom noises.
Make the
Yes.
boom boom.
And I would like that to go inside his general deal.
General Pixel.
Yeah.
It's mandibles.
I love it. Yes. All right. So, for those of you that don't know, Death is a bad guy in Deadlands. When the creators of this game created Death, they gave him 2 stats: a shooting score and a damage score. It's the only stats he has, because you can't kill Death, right? He's literally Death. So it's one of those things where like players be like, I want to walk up and fight Death, and he's just like, I guess I'm just gonna shoot you to death. So it's a fun little thing, because as you know, in any TTRPG, if you stat it, they will kill it. Just that's how it works. Like, it doesn't matter how strong you make it, they will find a way to kill it. It's so you don't stat things. Well, I think Paizo did a good job with the gods don't have stats. They're gods. But anyway, Profess Hacks, I trust you as a role player, and I trust you as a friend. What happens when you do this? I'm gonna give you the reins. What happens?
Oh, you don't want me to roll?
You literally shoved a gun into its mouth. This is beautiful. You can roll the attack if you want to. Don't bother rolling damage, but go ahead and roll the attack. Or
I just want to see what happens.
I just want to see what happens. I love that. Because if you miss well, you missed. Well, that was very anticlimactic. Do you want to?
Hold on.
Do you have any bennies?
I'm going to spend a Benny. I'll try
Okay.
this again.
It would be really funny if after all that you missed.
I probably will.
Oh!
Oh my god.
Hey! All right.
Good enough.
Now,
His mouth.
by the grace of God, what happens? You tell me.
Okay, so let's see. Oh, I did that already. Sorry. Roll damage. That's what I want. So it should be +2 for the smite, +4 because I fired both barrels at once.
Yeah.
So let's see, 9, 10, 11, 15. Yeah. But anyway, I'd like to jam that sucker in there. And before I pull the trigger on his whole deal, I would like to say, oh God, I'm going to go 90s action.
Ooh.
And I'm going to say, Vaya con Dios. Fucker. And I believe it's the only time I've sworn in this game, so there you go.
It is.
Can you translate? Could translate for the white people in the room?
So
go with God.
So he pulls the trigger, and there is this plume of like black wispy smoke that rises up and surrounds Santiago. Surrounds Santiago and the skeletal man, this death. And it's just like consumes. And as it is consumed, both Santiago and death are nowhere to be seen. Just gone. We have no idea what's happened to them. They have disappeared. All right? Completely disappeared. Queen. Jack. 10. 9.
Mina has a 10.
Mina has a 10. Mina sees that you guys have... She turns her gun on these guys, and she's going to make some pew-pews over at that other group of ghouls. Who you watch as they actually, because death is gone, forgive me, those ghouls collapse into dust. The ghouls are actually out of it. So Mina, seeing that the ghouls have disappeared and are no longer there anymore, she actually gets up, starts making her way towards her horse. Takes off at a full sprint, and is like, I am getting the fuck out of Dodge. And she is just doot. She's running. She's running. She's getting to her horse. And she shouts over to a certain Roy, and just kind of does like a, like, let's get the fuck out of here. Let's fucking go, right? Fucking go. So yeah, she's gonna take off, and yeah, it's good. It's good. Let's see here. We got 13 and 10, 9, 8, 7?
8.
8. Roy.
You have a 9, Zeb?
No,
I have 7.
Okay. Roy is going to go ahead and stand up, pick up his sharps with one hand, and keep his Winchester in the other, and with both of them in one in each hand and a shotgun slung over his back, makes his best speed towards his horse.
Just starts running. I love that. All right, question for the rest of the group. Is everyone just bolting? Because I'm hearing running.
Yeah, God, man, the priest is one of us. Like,
I don't exist on this mortal plane anymore.
I know, but we don't know that.
Yeah, Harper's riding over there looking for him.
Well, to be fair, Roy's going to the other people, not running away from the engagement.
I think and I mean, we can make this as a group decision if you want there, Harper. If she's got him and he's running, like, we at least make a pass to see if we could save the priest.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
We don't know he's gone.
We don't know what's going on.
I think I collapsed on a ship in Skull and Shackles at some point. I just fell out of the sky, and
that would be hilarious, actually. If literally we just bring Hex in as number 5, and he's just
he's just on the fucking island.
That'd be amazing. I would.
That would be funny.
I'd do that as
Harlan just gives him the blue hat that belonged to he who shall not be named.
That would be great.
That'd be fucking fantastic, actually.
No, nobody's been on this island. Who the fuck
All right.
is this guy?
So, here's where we're at, gentlemen. You guys, as is tradition, whenever you add Professor X into a game, he just Leroy Jenkins Chaos Goblin this shit. And I can't argue with it, because the dice were like, hey, he blew that fucker's head off. So, Santiago, here's where you end up, all right? You end up in a desolate, sulfur-smelling wasteland. You find yourself sitting at a large, rectangular wooden table across from the very man, skeletal man, Death, who you just blew their head off. That skeletal man is shuffling a deck of cards. We'll ask, what is the most ever lost in a game of...
I will cryptically reply, my self-worth.
begins to draw, begins to play, pass out. Is that what we say? I'm not fucking terrible at cards.
Deal.
That's what I said. He begins to deal. Begins to deal a hand of Texas Hold'em. So 2 cards. 3 out. River. And we're gonna leave it in the air of whether or not you win that hand. I think we're gonna leave that for you to decide as a player and me to decide as a game master. We'll each have our own metas of what happens. But for the rest of the group, you guys quickly depart, passing by many of these townsfolk who are confused, many of them looking ill and as they've been dragged away. But that strange aroma of death that has plagued you for most of your journey, it dissipates. Leela, you all return back to, well, Milwaukee over the course of many weeks. Mina is, I'm assuming, paid. Roy survived. And Matthias, during one of the nights that you are resting, going through your pack, and you find a Gideon's Bible with a bullet in it. Yeah. Weird, right?
Yeah, very.
But I'd like to know, what do your characters do after they deliver Miss Curtis and her father back to Milwaukee? You guys go off to. Do a little epilogue here. This went a lot quicker than I was anticipating. Didn't expect you guys to just charge death. Didn't expect that. I expected you guys to fight your way through him. But as is tradition, you've been wrong. That's okay. Now Santiago plays cards with death for his soul. What does Matthias do? You go after this.
I think after the whole ordeal, he might, take maybe a small portion of his pay or whatever, and have a some sort of grave or memorial set up for the priest.
Like that.
Some sort, maybe I don't know, some cryptic quote underneath it. It's like he like he's Schrodinger's priest. Like he may be here, maybe not, because we don't know. He just disappeared.
I don't know. We don't know.
Yeah, and but Matthias will keep the Bible and he'll put it in his like breast pocket. And he'll keep it there because usually he's not like the God bothering type, but
I want to be very clear.
The priest is pretty good.
That you guys prevented death from like bringing out one of the pestilences. Okay, so you did a good job. Like he was about to release like some pestilence on the world, so good work. Probably good that you were there. Yeah. If you hadn't killed him, the epilogue would have been, and you all get sick and die. So.
But after that, they might have some sort of meetup or whatever else. But he'll gather the lads together after you get their pay or whatever. Be like, well, I think it's about time I mosey on back down to Texas. I've been out here way too goddamn long.
Beautiful. Roy, talk to me.
Found that Bible. I think I'm going to go back. I don't feel right about leaving the priest there, and if the Bible came back, maybe he did too.
Well, I never said I had to be in Texas immediately. So if you'd like some company, I think that's the right thing to do. We owe him that much.
I smell a sequel. The Padre you left behind.
I wouldn't say no.
Texas is a big state. Ain't going nowhere. I mean, my boss might be mad, but I've been chewed out before.
Well, California took off.
I ain't got no plans.
And then just the 3 of them ride off into the sunset to go find Padre.
It's Black Hawk Down, but we're trying to retrieve a priest.
Fucking cut right there. All right, boys. I know that wasn't the longest session, but I had a lot of fun. and we completed it.
Yeah, that was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was a fun time,
It's good.
guys.
It's good,
I
to,
appreciate
it's good
you.
to resolve it.
Yeah,
with all the...
I wanted to resolve it. It's been rough. It's been rough. I've yeah. It's been
Finishing
rough.
a game, what's that like, Wolf?
I don't know.
It's not a bad little what 4 sessions
I
we
do
did.
all right. You know, I do okay with games.
Yeah.
Like we finished like
No, it's true.
that's why I've started to really love these like short ones. Like when I start to set out to these like this is gonna be an epic. We're gonna play like 30 sessions. Things always come up, man.
I don't necessarily mean that you have bad luck finishing games. I just mean like things come up.
Oh yeah,
It's
life.
not,
Oh yeah,
no one's
life
fault.
is,
I mean, it's
everything.
you, one of the players.
Yeah.
If one thing goes wrong, you're out.
Yeah.
Storms come through, knock your power out.
Oh, dude, that fucking last night. I lost power for like.
Or for that matter, just delays. Like not, we can't finish the game, but it's
shit
in
comes
limbo
up,
now.
dude.
Awesome.
Yeah, shit comes up. But hey, I just want to say, you guys have been a lot of fun to play with. Thanks for going on this adventure. I'm not sure. I've tried Savage Worlds a couple times. I don't know what I think about it. I gotta admit, I'm kind of a D20 fanboy. Like I just know it so well, and it just works for me. I know it's not the best system, but it's just the one I know, man. I always fall back to it, and it's all good. So, but as I always say at the end of every session, any final thoughts, questions, comments, or concerns from the players before we wrap up our series? Wrap up tonight, and I release you to the wilds to do, well, whatever it is the hell you want to do with your lives, because you're adults and can make your own decisions. Anybody?
It was a good little 4-session jaunt to a system most of us hadn't played in a long time.
Yeah, I fucked up a bunch, but we had Hex here to fix it.
I had fun.
He's a good man.
Yeah, I mean, the system was good enough that even our lack of knowledge didn't really impede us all that much.
It's really basic, like it's from what I understand, and like maybe if I actually sat down and like leaned into it a little bit more, but I wish you all a wonderful night. I will see most of you soon. I will see you in a couple weeks, right, for our games. Excellent. And that Star Trek game's been a lot of fun, man. I've genuinely been enjoying it, so it's nice to like give it another go. So thank you, man. But other than that, boys, until next time, be well, be safe, happy gaming. As I always say, the dice have a story to tell. We try every week, trying to figure out what that story is. But until next time, go with the dice. And may your poker hand be a flush. Royal one.